Welcome to another edition of Pokemon of the Week. I'm your host, DeoGenZ. And were you ever told as a child that tricks weren't for rabbits? Well, you were told wrong, because Lopunny proves with the Restraint Rabbit set that it is one of the most annoying things in the NU tier. Here's how it can work. First, we'll start off with the abilities, which don't really play that much into how this poke works. Its niches are in its moves, but Cute Charm will allow the possibility for infatuation if hit with a physical move. Limber makes it so that Lopunny is never able to be paralyzed. The most important ability it has, and really what you want to combine with Switcheroo, is Klutz, which enables Lopunny not to feel the effects, positive or negative, of any items it holds. So Choice Scarf won't bind it, but you still want to switch it off to whatever your opponent has, because its defenses will probably be torn through by any one-hit KO fighting move. But the benefit of that is you won't be burned by Flame Orb either if you can't use Switcheroo in one turn. Max out speed and note HP. And now why HP? Well, if we look to this moveset, we see Healing Wish. And what that does is essentially turns Lopunny into a revive. So once you've done what you need to do, which is the Switcheroo, and that's why I include Choice Scarf or Flame Orb, since you're in the NU tier, you're going to see a lot of Eviolite in play. There's a lot of under-evolved pokes that work well in this tier, now with the addition of that item. So you can completely disarm them by putting a Choice Scarf lock on them. Oh wow, I'm faster, but I'm doing one move over and over again that is now leaving my defenses open because you took the Eviolite. So, in a way, Lopunny is an ultimate troll of NU. You do the Switcheroo, and then you can use a Healing Wish to bring back one of your sweepers. Lopunny is usually played later in the game. You don't want to lead with this thing because then people will automatically know, oh great, here comes a Switcheroo, I should probably switch out my lead poke, or at least switch to something that I don't care gets a Choice Scarf. The other alternative is a Flame Orb, which can be used to whittle down walls. Same thing with the Eviolite item there. It's great if you give them burn damage instead of the ability to be more buffed by Eviolite. To avoid the troubles of an outsped taunt fodder of this set, I include Return, which is Lopunny's strongest move when its happiness is maxed out. At 102 base, being a normal move, it's also influenced by the stab effect, so it gets a nice boost of power. And that's really the way this set needs to be played. You can also opt out to switch Baton Pass with Thunder Wave if you want to do a Switcheroo and then not use your Healing Wish right away. Save it for later in the game and perhaps do another Switcheroo with an enemy that won't benefit from whatever item you took. You don't want to now give the Eviolite, for example, back to a poke that would very much benefit from it later in the game. It would just be better to bite the bullet and have Lopunny use that Healing Wish to feint and restore the health of another poke in your team. Agility is a way that you could combine Baton Pass to boost stats to the next poke that you give, so that it is conducive in play to not just regular switching to just save it for later in the game, actually have it do something for the next poke that comes out. The only thing I would say here is you have to be careful in choosing what you switch out agility with. For example, if you switch Return, there's no way you want to switch Switcheroo with agility. But if you do it with Return, then you could be open to taunt fodder if somebody wants to play it that way. Hopefully if you lock them to a Choice Scarf before they could do anything, say they're stuck in a perpetual loop of Stealth Rocks, then you could get off an agility and Baton Pass that to the next poke. And of course Encore is a tad redundant if you have Choice Scarf locking a poke into something, but if you switch off the Flame Orb right away, Encore could be another annoying tactic in this NU tier. So I hope you've enjoyed this Trickster Rabbit set. It's about all this Lopunny can do. Its stats otherwise, combined with its somewhat shallow move pool, don't really make sense to turn it into anything else but a Trickster. But as a supporting member in your party, it is a great benefit. So that wraps it up for episode 69. Next week on episode 70, we are going to deal with legendary Uberific Power. It will be incredible and potent to that type of metagame if you're into that play. So if you want to stay tuned in and be automatically reminded when that comes out, subscribe to Planet Poke, hit that nice yellow button, and it will bring you to all the content that is provided here. And if you're looking for more help in your effort value game, check out my series Effort Value Expertise on youtube.com/DeoGenZ. So I'll see you next week.
赤ちゃんはどこから来るの？赤ちゃんはどこから来るの？